All right, Rick. Well, the temperature definitely rising on the GOP race for the White House. You've got Michelle Bachmann gearing up for a major announcement sometime next month. Mitt Romney launching his White House bid on June 2nd. Rick Santorum taking off on June 6th. And as we just mentioned, Rick Perry testing the presidential waters. And, of course, Sarah Palin launching her One Nation bus tour this weekend. So how do these potential GOP contenders stack up against those already in the running? Joining me now, chairman of the Civic Forum, Pat, and former director for rural outreach for John McCain's 2008 presidential campaign, Ford O'Connell, and former DNC deputy finance director David Mercer. Good to see both of you gentlemen. Ford, you're up first, though. All right, you've got Romney, Santorum, Bachmann, all soon to join Gingrich and company. So can the GOP say, well, we've got ourselves a ball game? And if they can say that, what will the playbook look like?
Well, let's look at this first of all. Barack Obama's in trouble, and he knows it. Secondly, contrary to the media buzz, the GOP presidential field is deceptively strong. Since 1948, every time the GOP has nominated a current or former governor, they've won the presidency.
What's your game plan? That's what I want to know.
The game plan is to make the election about candidate Obama, not cultural icon Obama. If the GOP field can confine the argument to President Obama and his record, they can win, and it will come down to the Florida electorate.
All right, speaking of rock stars, you got Rick Perry and icons. You got Rudy Giuliani, you got Sarah Palin. So, again, sticking with you, Ford, right now. So are they serious contenders, or are they just trying to beef up what has been a boring GOP campaign so far?
They're all looking for the daylight. They're sort of dotting the I's and crossing the T's. The guy who has the most interesting story really is Rick Perry, because as the governor of Texas, in 2 of the last 4 years, his state has actually created more jobs than the other 49 states combined. So given that this debate is really going to be about the economy, if Rick Perry can move from a flamethrower candidate to a more established candidate, he may make a good run at the nomination.
All right, David. So as we know, it's not about icons, not about popularity. What's it going to take for the Democrats? What do you guys have to do to keep this thing locked up?
Well, first, in reference to what Ford had mentioned and going against Obama, these candidates have to earn the right to go up against Obama in the general election. And right now, undecided at 22% in the recent Gallup poll is leading all takers or all players lining up for the GOP nomination. So they got a lot of work to do. And with regard to, whether or not they can come up with a candidate that could sustain themselves not only through the primaries, but be left standing at the end of the day strong enough to take on Obama is going to be the big question, and I don't see it yet. All
right, David, I'm going to stay with you and ask you this. Of course, though, you can't rest on your laurels, so what's your game plan?
Not at all. Our game plan is to keep advancing the recovery, trying to reduce the not only the deficit, but also the jobless rate. Look, we have an economy that's out of whack on the numbers, in part because of 2 wars, in part because of tax breaks that we shouldn't be doing now. And those numbers where we're at 14.9% of GDP on revenues generated, that's the lowest it's ever been. The average is 18%. We got to find ways to raise revenues. Secondly, we have of GDP spending 25%. That needs to be cut. We need a balanced approach. We're going to be seeing to that and taking that record on the road, waiting for the GOP to come up with a nominee to go up against us in the fall of 2012.
Ford, I'll give you the last word.
David, my friend, the economy's not going to recover. I'm going to promise you this. We can talk about this on the Sunday morning talk shows.
Of you.
The bottom line is President Obama is going to face a current or former governor. I bet on it. I give you 90% odds.
What did you say, Ford? Hang on, I didn't hear that. Say that again.
We're going to the GOP nominee, 90% odds it will be a current or former governor. That puts someone like Mitt Romney
in the have a good track record.
Right now.
All righty.
Hopefully it's not Rick Perry who wants to succeed.
That's it,
come
guys.
On now. Rick's economy is
David Mercer, Ford O'Connell. I know you could keep going, but we don't have any more time. Thanks a lot, though, for your time.
Thank you.
Happy Memorial Day to all and to veterans alike.
Yes.